Okay, now we're on whole numbers, and we are going to do multiples of whole numbers. Right, so what is the multiple of a number? The multiples are the numbers we get after multiplying the number by an integer, right? So if I said, what are the multiples of 3? So remember when we were doing factors, there was always a set amount of factors for a number. You couldn't just keep finding more. So for multiples, there are infinite amount of multiples we can find for a number. So what are the multiples of 3? 3 times 1 is 3. Great. 3 times 2 is 6. Great. 3 times 3 is 9. You see, we're multiplying it by an integer. We're keeping 3 consistent. Or we're keeping 3 constant. So that's 9. 3 times 0, because 0 is an integer, is equal to 0. That was wrong. Be careful there. Is 0. 3 times negative 1 is equal to negative 3. 3 times negative 2 is equal to negative 6. 3 times negative 3 is equal to negative 9, because remember, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 are integers. So we add on negative 9, and this goes on all the way up as far as you want to go, and that goes negative all the way as far as you want to go. Right? So remember, it has to be an integer. Don't forget that. Let's look at this next question. Is 7 a multiple of 3? Right? Easy way to check that is go 7 divided by 3, and we find that it equals 2 1/3. So it is not a multiple of 3, because it is not an integer over here. Is 942 a multiple of 3? That's easy. We just go 942 divided by 3. You can put this in your calculator, and that equals 314. There are no remainders. So yes, it is a multiple of 3. So 942 is a multiple of 3, is how we say that answer. Right? Is 12 a multiple of 4? So that's easy. Let's say 12 divided by 4, and that equals 3. Yes. So 12 is a multiple of 4, because if we say 4 times 3, it will give us 12. Right? Another multiple of 4 is 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3 we have there, and all the way up and down. Is 5 a multiple of 15? Again, let's go 15 divided by 5, and that is equal to 3. And great, it is a multiple of 3. Is 5 a multiple of this massive, enormous number? Right? So if it ends in a 0 or a 5, 5 and 10 are always multiples. So this is something very useful to write down and remember. If a number ends in a 0 or a 5, 5 and 10, the numbers 5 and 10 are always multiples of that number. Okay. Is 2 a multiple of this massive number? If it ends in an even number, 2 is always a multiple. There's another rule worth learning. Is 17 a multiple of 578? The only way to figure out this is go 578 divided by 17, and we find that it gives us a whole number. If we said 579 divided by 17, we would get 34, remainder 1. And that is not a whole or a multiple of 17. So we know that if we went 17 times 34, that would give us 578. So it is a multiple, yes. So these are multiples. These answers are yes. Great, let's move on. That's multiples done. We're going to now move into composite numbers.